I want to talk about Suno prompts, a little hack inside of Suno. It will give you the language to write your Suno prompts. So here's my example, 1980s heavy metal song, okay? And it sounds every bit like a 1980s heavy metal song. Just playing a couple of seconds for you so you can see. And I want to show you the prompt I made to do it. And it looks really complicated, and it's not. And the reason it's not is because Suno gives you all of the information you need. So I'm going to lay it out for you. You need a genre, you need a mood, instrumentation, the vocal. Think about, do you want it to be a live recording like that or a studio recording? You put some of that production information in, you hit create, and you're good to go. Suno will do an amazing job there. But if you want to get a little more specific, you can't add it all to this style box here, because then it's like giving Suno a bunch of ingredients to make dinner, but not giving it a recipe. So we put in song structure, intro, verse, chorus, bridge, etc. And then we put in meta tags. And meta tags are just instructions that are inside of square brackets that go into the lyric section. Okay, so that's really easy. It sounds confusing. It's not. I'm going to walk you through it. So here's my introduction, right? And I tell it what I want the instruments to be like. And I put square brackets around it so that it doesn't think they're lyrics. And now I've got a meta tag for my instruments. I do the same thing with my vocal. So that's all in this intro section, right? And then this is a metal song, so I want it to say hell yeah at the beginning. So I have the guy sing hell yeah. I put that in right there with no brackets, and then Suno knows those are lyrics, okay? I continue that with verse 1, and I do the same thing. And then here's my lyrics, right? And then here's the chorus, and here's my instrument meta tags right there, okay? And I'm telling it, I want a sense of urgency. I want to emphasize phrases that reinforce the defiance and resilience in the vocal. I'm giving it some good emotional information, and then I put the lyric in. And then it creates a song that is generally what I want. And I can fine tune it by telling it to exclude elements that I don't want it to have. I can specify the gender of the vocalist, although in my style I do that, right? That was the fourth thing I said, you have to do the vocalist. And then I just put this weirdness like right around 33%, and style influence, because I work really hard on my style, right? I put that up like 94%, and I give the song a title. And that's how I make my Suno prompt. And then after all of that, I hit save. And then if you go to the library, this prompt's right in there, okay? And it brings it all right back up. Okay, so you can use it again later on. Whew, that was a mouthful. But let me show you the hack. All right, that's why you're here. So here's what I want you to do. Go to custom and lyrics. We're going to pretend this is brand new. Let's just get rid of this whole thing. We're going to go to custom here and open up the lyric box, and you can make it bigger and smaller with this little tab. And I want you to press the pen, right? If you are really stuck for ideas, really good descriptive words, just type it in here. You want it to describe the vocals in a 1980s heavy metal song that was recorded live on the Sunset Strip. Be that specific. And if you can't be that specific, be as specific as you can. You could be like, I want it to describe the female vocalist sound of the Laurel Canyon era folk songs, okay? Or I want it to describe the synth sound of a live festival top performing band from 2020, okay? Be as specific as you can. So for this, I would type in my prompt. And here's what I wrote. Describe the vocals in a 1980s heavy metal song recorded live on the Sunset Strip. And then I hit the button, and voila, it gives me a nice big long description of that sound. And then I can take that and pick out a couple of words, just 2 or 3 words that really define what I'm looking for, and put that in my style. So I want powerful male vocal with an operatic range, gritty timbre, and vocal agility, creating a dynamic experience. And then I would say for the performance sound or the production note, which I usually put after the vocal, I'm just going to grab that. Live performance on the Sunset Strip. Before the vocal, we want to put in like some emotional description or the mood of the song, right? So I typed some out. It was just one line. I grabbed it from here. Themes of autonomy, rebellion, and electrifying passion. And then, of course, we start with the genre. And as I've said 100 times, it's 1980s LA Sunset Strip. Heavy metal. Okay? Because that was very specific. Now, I don't want things like acoustic instruments, gentle singing, tender, heartfelt lyrics. Okay? And I want a male vocal. I want it to follow what I typed in. I bring this down to about 33. I don't really want surprises. I want it to do what I just told it. And I bring this to about 90. Okay, just about turns red. And I'll name this One More for the Road. I don't know why. And of course my internet's glitching. All right, let's see. Sounds like a concert arena to me. So it's a live show, obviously. Okay, let's listen to the next one. I don't need to play the whole thing. The point is, I just wanted to show you that it got me in the genre pretty quickly by doing this. Just use this lyric box, edit lyrics, and tell it to give you the descriptive language that you want. So that's a built-in GPT that's hidden in Suno that I haven't seen anybody else talk about, but you can use it so you can write your prompts better and faster than you had been with language that Suno actually understands. So thanks again for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this Suno prompt hack, and I'll see you in the next video.